name is Jason Getz. I'm a staff photographer for the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. I choose a photograph I recently took at the SEC Championship game. I was covering Georgia this whole 2022 season. Georgia was beating LSU pretty handily, and they had several touchdowns. And one of my goals is to always focus on the defense, and I always try to stay on the opposing quarterback. So when the opposing quarterback, LSU quarterback Daniels, starts to roll out of the pocket, I see Jalen Carter come in, and he makes this sack, this tackle of him. And what happened was, usually when you get sacked, the player goes down, but instead he wasn't going down, and it was like a moment where, is the ref's gonna stop the play, or is it gonna keep going? And then in that moment, Jalen Carter lifted him up, and with his other arm, he pointed to the sky, like with the number 1. And when that happened, I didn't really think much of it, but then, I saw the reaction to the crowd, and I saw the reaction to the team, and I went back and looked at the picture, and I was using a 600mm lens, which is very tight in that moment, and so I wanted to make sure that it was all there, and I had several frames of that moment. And then, so of course I wanted to have that picture moved, and then it moved, and then it became like the day after the game, some of my friends were texting me and saying, "Hey, is this your shot?" And then it was another photographer's picture of that same play. And I said, "No, but here's mine." And they're like, "Oh, that's way better than the other one." And so then they're like, "Wow, you took that picture." And some of my friends were like, "Hey, can you get me a print of that? I want that in my room, like man cave or whatever." And I'm like, "I don't know if I can do that." But that when an outside audience like that comes in and says that picture that's some kind of meaning and symbol to them as Georgia fans, and then the AJC Chip Towers wrote a story just about that moment and how it became a viral sensation on social media, and just so it's one of those moments where I'm glad I was able to capture it, and I also capture it well, meaning I had the right lens and I was in the right perspective at that moment.